Hi guys, welcome back to GreyWolf TV. We are continuing on with the X-Files, moving straight on. This is episode 5.
Don't what me, Izzy, or you ain't going to no comic book convention.
I'm 18, I can go anywhere I want.
Yeah, but where you gonna live when you get back?
Oh. Okay. That's really creepy.
I was lying in my bed when I felt a presence in the room. Though I was awake, I felt that something had taken control over my body. I don't remember much else, but I woke up 3 days later pregnant. I was too scared to scream. Then I got all groggy and conked out for 3 days. Guess what happened when I woke up?
You're pregnant.
I got your name off the TV.
So, did you actually see that werewolf baby, or was that just a story?
No, it had something called hypertrichosis lanuginosa. It's a rare hereditary condition.
And Izzy is the product of your union with some kind of intruder?
I don't know about no union, but I sure woke up in a condition. But as I told Agent Mulder on the phone, that's what takes the cake.
Mrs. Berkowitz had a tubal ligation 2 years ago.
She can't have kids.
I don't know how many of them there were. I only saw the one, but they ate almost a whole damn jar of peanut butter. And you know something you're not saying about alien abductions? They said on Jerry Springer, you like an expert.
I don't think this has anything to do with alien abductions.
These are Agents Mulder and Scully from the FBI.
The Federal Bureau of Investigations?
We were wondering how this suspect in your mother's case looks exactly like this.
The Great Mutado.
Has it crossed neither of your minds that what you say you saw that night fits perfectly with this creature that your son created? So is calling out FBI agents under false pretenses.
For the purpose of what?
Isn't it obvious? I think what we're seeing here is an example of the culture for whom daytime talk shows and tabloid headlines have become a reality against which they measure their lives. Anxiety's taking the form of a hideous monster for whom the most terrific human attributes can be ascribed.
Who is from this area? Could even be part of a carnival, or it could be anything. I take these episodes with a pinch of salt, to be honest.
We were chasing what they told us was a monster.
Monster? What'd I tell you boys? There ain't no monster.
Achievements.
That's your father?
What achievements are those?
What makes you think you would understand them any better?
Well, I'm a scientist, for one.
Well, then you probably know that once in a generation, perhaps once in a lifetime, a truth is uncovered.
So what have you found, then?
And now the homeotic Hox gene, for which I will undoubtedly have my place among the Columbuses of science as a visionary leader of men, yes?
Unless you want your scientific achievements to end up as a footnote on the Jerry Springer show, I suggest that you make the time.
He sounds like he's from a 1950s sci-fi movie.
It's a Cambrian period some 580 million short years ago when Duchovny was first born. As if these segments represent a linear model for the genetic development of our friend the fly, but which I, through my genius, can alter into a creation of my own.
Here we go.
Fly has legs
growing out of his mouth.
Yeah. Why would you do that? That's an abomination, isn't it?
Why would you do that?
Because I can.
That's precisely what every scientist has ever said, ever.
Mulder, even if they could, no scientist would even dare to perform these kind of experiments on a human.
Are you sure about
Well,
that?
then why do them at all?
They're mewling little monsters.
She's too old to have them anyway.
What happened to our dream about getting out of this place, getting away from this hick town? Or a Nobel Prize?
I'd prefer the Nobel Prize.
See you on Thursday.
That is not...
Hot plates, hot,
Local
hot,
press
hot.
got a bit carried away.
Biscuits, fritters, grits, flapjacks, eggs, balls. Compliments of JJ.
That's with 2 J's.
Okay.
Is it true Jerry Springer's coming to town?
No.
Izzy Berkowitz, get your butt front and center!
What did I do?
He's like
All I can say
18.
is I hope the answer to that question is nothing.
Who the hell is that?
That's the same voice we heard out in the woods last night.
That's him. The Great Mutado.
Where are we going now?
Messenger this to the Bureau. I want special audio to filter the tracks and separate out the voice, and then I want to go back to see the professor. He prefigures the postmodern Prometheus, the genetic engineer, whose power to reanimate matter, genes, into life, us, is only as limited as his imagination is. Mrs. Berkowitz said in her letter that when she saw her intruder, there was a gaseous white cloud.
She spotted. He spotted it.
Come on. Get
So
up.
basically this, whatever it is, this gaseous stuff knocks the woman out for days on end. Oh.
I told you, there ain't no monster.
Yeah, there is, because you're hiding it and you know it's your son who's made it. This
Are
guy's
you
not gonna
accusing
admit
me of
anything.
knowing something that I'm not telling you?
Precisely
I'm
that.
accusing that your wife may have been impregnated.
A hoax.
A shameless publicity stunt.
Scully,
What?
The pan.
What is that?
the other victims, they had their frying pans.
Need to have that analysed.
Roger, your favorite. You finish your movie. Don't stay up too late. Okay, son?
Son? Oh, I suppose that's another feasible explanation. There you go.
Tell me it isn't true. You didn't.
Why? Because I can.
Huh.
Name is Izzy Berkowitz!
How would you like your face to intercept my fist, coconut head?
Mulder?
You may have been right, Scully.
What, that these people can be reduced to cultural stereotypes?
Yeah.
They unmasked the monster.
Oh, no, don't.
I may have found something that says otherwise.
He's gone, mate. Which he's going to do anyway. You're going to find a freshly unearthed patch in here where he's buried him.
Mulder?
Yeah, it's fairly obvious.
Maybe too late.
Yeah.
I think we are. Who's that?
Your arm, drop your weapon, and
The scientist's going to try and cover this up now.
Please don't kill me. In the barn, burying the old man.
We have come to the murderer!
What? It's there. It's you.
What makes you think he's here?
I've seen him with my own eyes. You get him alive if you can, but you get him!
He was out here himself. Mulder.
You need to not let him get to him.
Oh my God.
You're gonna have to come out of there.
Think he understands?
I hope not.
Well, that would be you with your fucking pitchforks and your bloody torches. No, shh. You stupid cow. You cornered. If people don't back off here, you're gonna have to start shooting.
Let him go or we'll burn him out.
Where is he? Show the world your horrid, lumpy face.
That repulsive physiognomy is the vilest perversion of science.
Says you.
Created by whom?
A pale student of my most hallowed arts, whose life was taken by that which he gave life, by his own horrible creation, by that monstrosity that you see before you.
He can talk.
Your ears deceive you.
Shut up.
I'm sorry my voice is damaged by the gaseous chemicals. But I would like to explain myself. 25 years ago, my father, having only one son, a spiteful, hateful man of science, incapable of the deeper sentiments. Because I couldn't go to school or play sports or even show my face outside this farm, my father set out to learn his son's science so that before he died, he might create for me a mate. The experiments he attempted to advance, a science too complex for his understanding. The results of his experiments, unsatisfactory.
You mean Izzy? But who's the father?
Suffice to say, his experiments failed. And miserable, but one as deformed and horrible as myself would not deny herself to me. If this being you can create, then I will take blame as a murderer. What we did was wrong. But in our trespasses, we gave you a loving son. With your books and your records and your home media centers, I learned of the world. Cher loved that boy so much.
Hey, he's no monster.
No, he isn't.
Arrest me then as you will.
This is all wrong, Scully. This is not how the story's supposed to end.
No.
What do you mean?
Dr. Frankenstein pays for his evil ambitions, yes, but the monster is supposed to escape to go search for his bride.
Yeah.
W.C. Handy, down in the jungle room, when I was walking in Memphis.
Tell me something.
That was nuts.
Is it hard to love these babies?
What's not to love?
I really feel the way I feel.
What a crazy episode. Well, that was different. Okay, there we go. Episode 5. As that started off, I've got to admit, I was going to be like, oh no, this is going to be one of those really silly episodes that don't make any sense whatsoever. And it grew on me. It did grow on me. I liked the way they put it together, the way they've done it. No, that wasn't really Cher at the end. It was just look-alike, which is why you never got shot in the face. That's going to be a real son of a bitch to put on YouTube. So if you are currently listening to me react to this, and review this at the end right now, and it is on YouTube, it probably wasn't easy, and I probably had to cut a lot of that out because there is an awful lot of Cher's music in this and a lot of copyright. So I will do my best to put on as much of it as I can, but it could be quite a short episode that I managed to actually get uploaded and for it to stay on. Anyway, I don't really think I need to add an awful lot to that. And my initial theory that it was the doctor's failed experiment was correct. It did make more sense, otherwise there'd have needed to have been more into it in the background as to who his mother, i.e. his father, where the wife was and why she would have given birth to a perfectly healthy boy and then given birth to that as well. So that kind of didn't make sense. So it just took him as his son because that son of a bitch discarded him. I like the modern day Prometheus idea and the fact that it's loosely based on Frankenstein. And it was done very well. It was done very tastefully. There was enough tongue-in-cheek into it without it going completely overboard. But obviously that's just a one-off episode. And I like that Mulder gives the finale to it by going, well, this isn't how it ends. This is a sad ending. We need to give it a happy ending. So they did. That was great. Okay, I'll be back for episode 6. If you do want to watch this, because as I said, I may not get much of it on YouTube. If you want to watch the full-length version, you can always just check the link in the description. You can watch it over on Patreon. And if you're not already subscribed, we've got a lot more of the X-Files to go. We are barely into season 5. I don't even think that's halfway through. In fact, no, it isn't. So if you do enjoy this trip down memory lane with me with the X-Files, by all means, hit the subscribe and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I will see you for episode 6 in a few days' time. Take care.